Delaware trainer Dylan Davis has had one heck of a 2016. And there's still 4 more months to go. Dylan is stabled at Harrington Raceway at the Jack Walls Training Center. So I stopped by to chat with Dylan about some of his 4-legged standouts. Dylan, I came to your barn today to talk about Mel Mara, and then decided that I was going to talk about a whole bunch of horses. But we're going to start with Mel Mara. All right, first of all, he is the co-holder of the fastest race of the entire year, 147.
Yep. Mel Mara turns for home with a 3-length lead. Giving chase on the inside, McQuicken. Always Be Mickey on the outside, racing in third. Angling for room is always at my place. They're heading down to the finish. Mel Mara, Always Be Mickey still 2 lengths away. They're pacing down to the wire. It's Mel Mara, and Mel Mara is going to do it. Mel Mara wins in 147.
Do you have to like pinch yourself sometimes and think, oh my gosh, this horse is in my barn?
Yeah, he's been a lot of fun.
So tell me about like how long you've had him, because you've done really well with him.
I think, and I don't know this for sure, but I think we got him at the end of April, maybe even the beginning of May, somewhere in there. Mr. Cooper called me. I was in Hoosier Park, actually. He called me, told me he bought him. I needed to pick him up. So, and it's been a fun ride since.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Mr. Cooper owns them along with Jerry and Teresa Silva.
Yes.
So those are some big names. That's awesome.
Yep.
Nice connections.
Yeah, for sure.
What is Mel Mara like? I know he's a little mouthy around the barn, so is he different at the track as he is at the barn?
If he's mouthy at the barn, he's about 10 times worse at the track. He's really tough to deal with at the track. You know, he's almost to the point where he's kind of scary sometimes. You know, he tries to breed everything. He's screaming, hollering, kicking. You know, like the paddock's got to be clear for him to go out to warm up or to go out to race. He goes out last. He's just, you know, as mouthy as he is at home, he's 10 times worse at the track.
Yeah, we want to mention that he is a stallion.
Yes.
So
and he knows it.
And he knows it. Yeah, very well put. But what makes him special? I mean, we know he's fast, but why? Is it lung capacity? Is it heart? What is it?
I think it's just, you know, his conformation and his athletic ability. You know, to me, he's the perfect picture of what a standardbred should look like. You know, great size, great legs, you know, just everything about him. To me, when I go to a sale, he would be what I looked for. You know, just perfect.
One thing about him, he has a little bit of a different exercise schedule, right?
Yes.
You toss things around with a routine.
Yep, he doesn't do much training. He does a lot of swimming and a lot of jogging. I will train him if he doesn't get in for a couple weeks or something like that. But with the feet issues that we have with him, that seems to be his biggest ailment. He's popping quarter cracks all the time. His feet are just bad. And to keep him off the track, I think it helps him a lot.
Okay. Huge race at Pocono the other night, like a take no prisoners effort.
Yeah.
Was that something that was planned with you and Corey Callahan?
Well, you know, he's been racing with Wiglet, Jiglet, and Always Be Mickey, the best in the world. And, you know, he definitely raced with some very good horses the other day, but I thought it was his turn to, you know, step it up and get the spotlight on him a little bit.
Top of the stretch, Mel Mara trying to hold together. Now the inside opening up for Sunfire. Blue Chip as Luck Be With You comes up on the outside. Mel Mara, Luck Be With You, steady just a second there. Tries to come in again, but it's Mel Mara by a head and a great finish.
What are the plans for the rest of the season? What do you have in mind for him?
All dependent on him, you know, and that's pretty much what we base it on, how his feet are doing, how sound he comes out of each race. But we have discussed September 10th at Scioto. Not sure the name of the race, but we've discussed supplementing him into that. He's been invited to the Quillen here at Harrington. That's another thing in the plans. So we'll see how Mel's doing. He'll decide.
I'm so glad you mentioned the Quillen, that you're a mind reader. I was going to ask you about that. So that's something like our local fans can look forward to if you decide to go to the Quillen. So that's awesome.
I'm definitely going to push for it.
Oh,
you know?
Awesome. Oh, that's good to hear.
I don't know that I'll win, but I'm definitely going to push for it.
Oh, good deal, good deal. I'm glad you said that. Okay, now on to a couple of your other horses, because Mel Mara, we get to see him in the Quillen, but for the most part, you have to go to Murphy's to watch him race around the country. But we've got a couple here at Harrington that I definitely want to mention. There's a demon in me. What a nice trotter he is.
Yeah, he's turned out very well. We bought him from Andy and Julie Miller. It was probably 2-3 months ago, about the beginning of the meet when we started here, and he's done very well. You know,
and the cool thing about him is even though you have half the bills, right? You own half of them.
Yeah.
You get some of that money.
Yeah.
It's not just the
That's
trainer.
That's the best part about it. Yeah.
Tell me about him. Any kind of quirks? What's his personality?
No, he's very simple. You know, he's a good feeling trotter. He'll play a lot. You know, in his stall, you'll catch him, you know, playing with his ball, or out on the track, he'll try to kick a little bit. But overall, for a trotter, he's very fun. You know, he's not a hot trotter. You know, some of them are a little rank, and he's just, you know, he's laid back, loves life.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, and now another one I want to mention is Ark Hanover.
Yep.
And he's done really well for you as well. I mean, you just got him, I think, you've had a couple wins, second or a third.
Yeah, I've raced him 3 times. I got him from Howard Taylor, sent him to me, I'm going to say probably 2 months ago. We raced him at Chester. He went 49-4, and then he come back and I think he got beat ahead and ended up finishing 3rd in like 50. Then he won the Open here at Harrington last week in 52. So he's a very nice horse, you know. He's nowhere near quite the size of Mel, and there's a demon in me. He's kind of miniature, but you know, he does his work.
I noticed Ark was kind of tiny, but he's also a stallion.
Yes.
Is there a theme going on in this barn?
I like him, you know. I don't have to deal with them. I only have to deal with them on the track, so the studs don't really bother me.
And you know, they say actually that even though they're stallions, the girls seem to get along with the stallions. They can handle the men a little bit better.
You
know?
think so?
That's what I... Okay, you've trained a few more horses than me, so maybe you knew to know better. The last one we will mention is Tough Mac. All right,
Yeah.
He's a favorite of yours, but he's on vacation, right?
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite. He raced at Dover. He usually has very good meet at Dover, which he did again this year. And he had kind of just tailed off, lost a little weight. So I figured, you know what, we'll get him back ready for Dover. Just give him the summer off. And with having There's a Demon in Me, that worked out perfect.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will look for him
Yep.
come late fall at Dover.
Yep, he'll be ready at Dover.
Thank you, Dylan. A pleasure as always. And we will keep our eyes peeled for Mel Mara at the Quillen. I'm so excited about that.
Thank you.
Thanks.